In today's teaching, we are going to be diving into one of the most important aspects of trading, which is trading psychology. We all know that trading psychology amounts to 80% of trader success, while having a good strategy amounts to only 20%. This means that having a trading psychology is one of the most vital parts of your success as a trader. It's not just about your strategy, but also about your psychology, in the market. So now, let's just go straight to the point. What is this trading psychology about? We wrote here that trading psychology entails your relationship with the market, right? So strategy is about the strategy, it's about the system you look out for in order to trade the markets. That is what strategies are about. Okay, go on to the chart. I want to see a break of structure. I want to see a change of character. I want to see a reversal area. All of those things are the strategy that you put together for you to be able to trade the market. So strategies are about the market, while what your psychology is about the trader. Okay, so you can have an excellent strategy, but when the trader is completely messed up with a bad psychology, there would not be results. So it's important that your psychology and your strategy must be at a parallel level. They must both be united. Okay, so you cannot have an excellent strategy and have a poor psychology. Is going to show up because your psychology is going to mess up your strategy. Okay, so now we said your trading psychology entails what? Your relationship with the market. And we said this regards what? Your approach and mindset, which means your mindset towards the market is very crucial to success. Okay, so before we dive into how to win and control your trading psychology, I'm just going to be talking about some of the mindsets that traders bring into the market that allows traders to mess up in general, that these are mindsets that make traders stagnant. Okay, this mindset allow traders to be at the same spot. And I'm also going to be going ahead to talk about how to win and control your trading psychology. Okay, in talking about how to win and control your trading psychology, I'm not just going to be talking about random things. I'm going to be talking about practical aspects that are going to allow you to win. Okay, these are practical aspects. It's not just going to be random. Okay, random things like, oh, stay disciplined. But the question is, how do I stay disciplined? You understand? Every trader knows that we're supposed to be disciplined, but the question is, yes, we know, but when we show up to the markets, we see trades, and these trades are just too juicy for us. Okay, so we're going to come to this, which is how to win and control your trading psychology. But before we go there, we are going to go on to a plain chart and talk about the negative mindsets that keep traders stagnant. Okay, so let's go ahead and write it that what negative mindset that keeps traders stagnant. Okay, so what are these negative mindsets, right? First of all, I'm not going to be talking about the solution here. I'm going to be talking about the solution in how to win and control your trading psychology. Okay, so let's just talk about the negative mindsets, which is what? One, thinking the market is a get rich quick environment. Okay, thinking the market is a get rich quick environment. Okay, this is the number one cause for blown accounts. If you have ever blown your account, then that means that you have this exact mindset. Okay, a lot of traders shy away that, oh, I know it's not a get rich quick, market and stuff like that, right? However, your actions shows that you actually think it's a get rich quick environment. Okay, because if you tell me that, oh, that there's not a get rich quick environment, I'm supposed to grow my account and stuff like that, and I see you MT4 and I see you taking multiple positions on a single trade entry opportunity. Okay, that means that what? That means that you are over leveraging. Okay, so thinking the market is a get rich quick environment, as so far you over leverage, then that means you have that mindset, and that is the mindset that is keeping you stagnant. Okay, so this mindset is going to lead to over leveraging. Okay, so another thing another negative mindset that holds traders stagnant is what? Not thinking in probabilities. Not thinking in probabilities. Okay, so what does this mean? We all know that as traders, right, our first job is what? Thinking in probabilities. If I'm in a trade, I know that yes, this trade can hit stop loss. I'm not invincible, right? So that is why I have to make sure that every single thing is right, including my risk management. Okay, we won't be having conversations of risk management if every trade was 100%. Okay, but we're having the conversation of risk management because what? Because every single trade is a probability. So when I open your MT4 and I see you entering, for example, GBP USD, and I can see like 2, 3, 4, 5, positions on the exact same trade, it means that you're not thinking in probabilities. It means that you're like, oh, this is a short trade and it is allowing you to, over leverage. Okay, so these are negative mindsets that holds traders down. Okay, so another negative mindset also that allows traders to be stagnant and not to be able to move ahead is what is over trading. Okay, so let's go ahead and write that out. This is another negative mindset: over trading. Okay, over trading. Now, where does over trading come in? Okay, a lot of traders which I've seen, they pick like 5 trade entry opportunities a day, 4 trade entry opportunities a day. Before you know, you look at their weekly journal and you're seeing like 30 trades in a week, 4 trades, and stuff like that. They say, oh, because they are intraday traders, they have to over trade. Okay, over trading only leads traders into stagnancy because number one, because you're over trading, that means that you are not in the right mindset. Okay, because trading is not about numbers. Okay, trading is about, it could be 1 or 2 trades you could pick in a week, but so far you are accurate in those 1 or 2 trades, that you are going to see results that you won't see when you over trade and pick too many trades in a week. Okay, so over trading is a very terrible mindset that keeps traders stagnant, and we as traders should be able to curb this particular mindset. Okay, so all of these mindsets, like we talked about, lead to what? They lead to over leveraging, which blow accounts. Okay, everything at the end of the day leads to one thing: you blow accounts. You deposit again, you think the market is a get rich quick scheme, which allows you to over leverage. You don't think in probabilities, you over trade, you pick too many trades, and all of these things keep you, in the circle. It keeps you in the circle, right? Okay, so these are some mindsets that keeps traders stagnant. Now, the next part we are going to talk about is that, okay, how do we win and control, our trading psychology? Yes, as traders, we struggle with all of this mindset. How do we win? How do we overcome it? Okay, a lot of times we will tell ourselves, oh, we have to stay disciplined. We have to stay disciplined. Every trader know that we're supposed to stay disciplined. However, how do we have practical steps that allows us to stay disciplined? Because at the end of the day, we show up onto the markets, we see a trade and this trade looks too juicy. We think that this trade is an holy grail, and we just lose our guard and we just over leverage on that trade, even though yes, we know that we're supposed to stay disciplined, but because we are thinking, we are at that hot seat, where we are seeing a trade that is supposed to change our lives, and you are now telling us to use very small risk on this particular trade. You understand? Such type of traders want to placing their entire account on those trades, which means that what they are not thinking in probabilities, which eventually blows their account. So now, how do we win and control our mindset? In practical steps, not bullshit. Just practical steps. Okay. So now the first one is what? The first one is trade only one pair. Trade only one pair. This is one big cheat that has separated successful traders from unsuccessful traders. Myself as a professional, right? When I started out trading, I was trading multiple pairs. I had like 7, 8, 9 pairs on my watch list. Okay, but what did this do for me? This allowed me to only over trade. I was over trading. I had too many trades. I was on gold buy at the same time, Euro USD sell, GBP USD buy, NZD USD sell. I was just all over the place, right? So, but trading one pair cuts all of those noise away from me. Okay, now I was just focusing on only one pair. I just picked a pair that I seem to love the most, and I focused on it. So what did this do for me? It allowed me to stop over trading automatically, right? So it's not possible for you to have 8, 9, 10 pairs in your watch list, right? And you say, oh, you are going to stop over trading. You just pick one trade a day and stuff like that. But you have so many pairs on your watch list. Okay, gold could give you an entry at the same time. Euro USD could give you an entry, and all of these things, right? So it's going to mess your psychology up. But as soon as you trade only one pair, your psychology just becomes better. Okay, you have a more linear focus. You know that, okay, I'm trading only one pair. I'll probably get only one opportunity in 2 days. Okay, only one opportunity in 3 days. or one opportunity a day, depending on how you trade the markets. But this just allows you to become more tactical in the markets, okay? It allows you to become more tactical, it allows you to become better, and it just cuts the noise of over trading away. So if you're a trader and you're struggling to over trading, this is the secret. Trade only one pair. You would completely cut the noise off, and you would see that your results will become better. Okay, so what are the next things that we're going to talk about? It states that what? It states that what? Keep a written journal. Keep a written trading journal. Okay, so what does this written trading journal do for us? Okay, remember that what in a trading journal, there are so many things in a trading journal, which could include what? The date the trade was picked, the trading session date was picked, the currency pair, the results. Was it a win? Was it a loss? I also write out what my mindset, before picking the trade, what was my mindset, and all of those things. So now, what does all these things allows us to do? Like I said, these are practical steps, right? What does these things allows us to do? What these things allows us to do, right, is that what? Is that it allows us to understand our trades even better. Okay, like I said, I only trade one pair, right? But how did I result in trading one pair? This is because what? In my written journal, I realized that one pair was giving me the most profits while other pairs were taking the profits from this one pair. Okay, so but keeping a written journal allowed me to know that, oh, this particular pair is my most profitable pair. So instead of me picking trades from this particular pair, which is very profitable, and other pairs are now taking away my profits, instead of that, I decided that what, okay, I'm going to 100% stick to this particular pair, and that now allowed me to cut over trading for me. Okay, so now keeping a written journal, like I said, you are going to understand the pair that you are most profitable with, and I want you to stick to that pair, and that is going to allow you, to cut over trading. What is it also going to allow you to do? Okay, it's also going to allow you to understand your trades better. That is what, okay, I picked a trade on Monday. I didn't see a trade till Thursday. So you are going to understand your system, okay? So that when you go up to your charts, the next week, okay, and you see a trade on Monday and you don't see a trade on Tuesday, Wednesday, you are not eager to trade. You know that, okay, my trading journal has told me that I only see 2 trades per week. So if you see a trade on Monday and you don't see a trade on Tuesday, Wednesday, you are not surprised. You are calm, you are not eager, you are not impulsive, okay? And if your trading journal shows you that, okay, you don't see a trade until Wednesday, when you show up on the markets on Monday, no trade, you are not bothered, you are not eager, you are not like, oh, the market is, living, the market is, days are running by and you're not seeing a trade. You understand? Your journal has showed you that, okay, these are the days that you see your trade. So it allows you to be more relaxed and it allows you to come into the market with more control, understanding that, okay, I only see 2 trades a week. And the first trade I see it on Thursday, for example. Okay, this means that what? On Monday, I don't see any trade, I'm relaxed. On Tuesday, no trade, I'm relaxed. I'm not eager to place a trade. On Wednesday, I don't see any trade, I'm relaxed, and I have to, wait till Thursday before I see my trade, which once I see my trade, I now execute. So that is what your trading journal does for us. Trading journal just turns your trading around completely. But there are so many things that your trading journal just teaches you that just allows you to be more sharp. Because as traders, we just need that, that sharp mindset so that we are not all over the place. Okay. So now what is the third thing? You trade you traded one pair, you have what you kept a written trading journal, but you still messed up, right? You still traded something you were not supposed to trade. You still over leveraged, or maybe you still over traded, or one way or the other you just messed up, right? Now what is this now going to happen? This means that what there should be consequences for actions. Okay, there should be consequences for actions and indiscipline. Okay, so now as traders, right, let's all set consequences for indiscipline. Okay, so this means that what? This means that when you find out that, oh, I messed up, I was indisciplined and stuff like that, let there be consequences. Okay, and these consequences should hurt. So that the next time you show up into the market, you know that, oh, there are consequences for my indiscipline, and you don't want to go back, into that environment where you are indisciplined again. You understand? Now, what could be the consequences? The consequences could cut across one, because you were disciplined, you close your laptop and you don't take trades again for the entire week. Okay, that is going to hurt because there could be, you'll be like, oh, there could have been opportunities that you could have traded and stuff like that. But because you were indisciplined, you decided that what, okay, I'm going to put consequences, for my indiscipline. I decided to close your laptop. So that is going to allow you to become sharper, the following week. That you know that, okay, once I show up, there are consequences for my discipline, and I have to be sharp. I have to be focused. And, this is going to allow me to become better. Okay. Consequences for indiscipline could also be what? Okay. Because I was indisciplined, I'm going to cancel, my trips. Because I'm indisciplined, I'm grounded for the rest of the week. No outings, no communication with people, you could just come up with something that would hurt you very, very well, you understand? So that at least you know that, okay, once you are indisciplined, you know that you are grounded and there are consequences for it. So this is going to allow you to become better, and it's going to allow you to be able to take accountability, of your actions. Okay, so now what is the fourth practical step? Like I said, all these are practical steps that you can begin to apply from today, and you are going to see results. Okay, so what is the next step? We said that what? Have an accountability partner. Okay, this is also a very, very important aspect. Okay, but before we go on to this, it's important to note, right, that if you don't know how to trade, or if you want to have a strategy that works, right, you want to be able to trade this market and have a very good strategy, right, you can join the link is in the description below. I have a world-class trading strategy that is going to allow you to be able to trade and have an organized trading system, in the market, which is going to allow you to win trades, and you can now be able to connect all of those systems with all of this psychology, and the world is yours. So link is in the description below for you to join my Telegram community, and be part of the mentorship program, where I'm going to hold you by the hand through the understanding and mastery of our world-class trading system. Okay, I've had lots of positive reviews, and you are also going to be part of those students that become successful. Okay, so we said number 4, that what? Have an accountability partner. What does this do for us? Sometimes it's difficult for us to be disciplined by ourselves. Even if you look at it for boxers, right? Okay, what do boxers do? Boxers have training. They have a team. They have a training team. When the boxer himself, when the world champion himself is tired, he doesn't want to wake up in the morning, the team wakes him up, and the team reminds him that to be world class, to be a champion, you don't have to, work on motivation. You have to work on discipline. You understand? So the team is what now encourages him. The champion now gets up and begins to exercise, begins to hit the gym again. So what does accountability partner do for us? It allows us to stay disciplined as traders. Okay. Oh, I know that what doing it on my own is going to be difficult. Being disciplined on my own is going to be difficult. What do I do? I have an accountability partner or accountability partners. Okay. And we write it out that our goal is what? Is staying disciplined. We want to stay disciplined. This is it. This is it. Let's trade only one pair. Let's not have multiple positions on one pair, because what? We want to think in probabilities. Knowing fully well that we're thinking in probabilities, only pick one trade per position, right? So all of these things. So an accountability partner basically just helps us, to achieve our goal. Okay, so it's very important. Okay, like we always say, look at trading like a business, right? Or look at it like a sport. Okay, so like even in the world of boxing, just like I said, in the world of football, okay, these footballers have a team, right? And even when this superstar footballer does not want to, he's tired, he wants to rest on his bed, or he knows that what his coach is calling him and others are calling him to come onto the pitch to train, he just gets up and he knows that, okay, discipline is the most important. So it's important to have an accountability partner that is going to allow us to be sharp, and is going to allow us to, to to be better in terms of our discipline. Okay, so what is the final practical step of what? Of achieving success as a trader and winning in our trading psychology? We said that what? There is a rule. That is what? The 2 trade per week rule. The 2 trades per week rule. Okay, so now what does this rule allow us to do? This rule allows us to cut over trading. Okay, which is what we said that what? The 2 trades per week rule. This means that what? This means that in your trading rule, right, make sure that you write that what? That come what may, you are only picking 2 trades per week. What does this allow you to do? This allows you to, stay disciplined in the fact that, okay, it allows you to cut over trading. Okay. Oh, this opportunity there, this opportunity. It allows you to cut over trading. Okay. And it allows you to stay grounded. It allows you to stay sharp in the sense that, okay, you know that you're only entering 2 trades per week. So what are you going to do? You are just going to stay relaxed, right? And when your 2 trades come, you know that, okay, I'm just going to pick this trade and I'm just going to pick this trade. Okay. So those 2 trades are going to be like the best trades that you waited for that week. Imagine you came into the week, right? And you didn't have any 2 trades per week rule. That means that what? Oh, you could pick any trade as they come. You're just going to be picking even a trade that is, half baked. You just pick it because you don't have any rule. But when you have a 2 trades per week rule, you understand that what? Okay, I have to stay sharp. I only have 2 opportunities this week and I have to stay sharp. So that forces you to wait for the best 2 trades, and those are the best trades that you are now going to pick and you are now going to get adequate results in. Okay, so these are practical steps that I have been able to apply over the last 7 years, and these practical steps have forced me to become profitable and come into the markets with the right mindset. Okay, so if you want to learn more in regards to trading psychology or in regards to our trading system, link is in the description below. And like I said, I'm going to hold you by the hand to the mastery of our world-class trading system, which is a top-down system. Okay, and I'm also going to take you into the mastery of every single thing that we just talked about in trading psychology. So link is in the description below, and see you guys in the next teaching.